Hello everybody, welcome back to Mojo Grip Mike here. Today we're back with the Mojo Sling build and we're going to get into more details about the wing of the aircraft. In the most recent video we gave an overview of the wings, and so in today's video I want to go into more details on the construction of the wing and why this is actually one of the most important components of the airplane. Hey guys, so as you see we are taking precautions. Even in the hangar I've got Dylan with me. We're going to be wearing face masks and gloves also on our hands. Just, you know, we try to keep distance, but sometimes we have to work closer together building this thing. So, but anyway, stay tuned. So for those of you who are new to the channel, we're building a Sling TSi. And one of the newest components to the design of this airplane is the wing. Compared to the predecessor of the TSi, which was the Sling 4, the new wing on the TSi is more narrow. You have flush rivets, and you have newly redesigned winglets at the tip of the wings. And so for the purpose of this video, I'm going to leave the links for the build manual for the wings in the description below. It's free to the public if you want to go through it.
As you can see, there's quite a bit of detail involved with what's what and the little numbers we want to pay attention to. So those are going to correspond back to the beginning of that section with what part it is based off of the numbers on the list here.
Okay.
So each one of the sections is broken down into one of these tables, basically with all the parts involved with that step. And then they'll go and do little sectional breakdowns where that is blown up detail shown here. So you can actually see all the little different bits and pieces inside there.
Okay, cool.
We've already got it pretty much laid out on there. But we basically need the 998 rivets, which are the ones in that Christmas can right there.
The wingspan on the TSi is 31.3 feet long. Each wing has its own fuel tank, and the total amount of fuel you can put in this aircraft is 45 gallons. An option you can get if you wanted to travel further are long-range tanks, and that will add another 20 gallons total fuel. And so what we have here, the wings, we have the ribs, we have the frames, we have the leading edges, and we have the skin, which we'll use to cover the wings once it's built. If you were building this wing by yourself, you're looking at about a week to 2 weeks per wing, depending on how much time you can put in it. And for this build, Dylan is going to be our guide. He'll take us through the manual and the things that we need to do.
Where the cleco is until the fuel tank goes on. Because the fuel tank is going to overlap this ridge here and get riveted in place here as well.
Okay.
But all these along here we can go through.
All right.
And then the same goes for the top, obviously, once we get the top thing on.
Okay, so we're using this, you said.
So yeah, those there are gonna go with this guy here. Ever use this one? This one's kind of weird. Like you gotta hold it until it clicks.
I think I used this the last time.
But if you accidentally like double click it, it won't do anything. So you have to let go of it for a second.
Go, let's try it.
Yeah. And the main thing with these countersinks is to make sure you get them like fully seated in there. Otherwise, it gets a little iffy.
Okay.
And on a piece like this, I try to start somewhere in the middle.
All right, you may see this and you may not. Let's start right here.
There you go.
So as you see here, each wing has already been put together with the ribs and the frames and the leading edges together. Now, one of the things you have to be careful of if you're building this airplane is the instruction tells you the sizes of the rivets that you pop in. I've personally made the mistake several times where I would put the wrong rivet in the wrong hole. So make sure you have the right size rivets. And once I'm done with this, we'll be popping the rivets in to cover the leading edges, and then we'll be ready to put the skin on. This back on. All right, what do you need me to grab?
Let's get you on that tip up there. And you'll notice the little channels on the bottom.
Yep. Next, what we're doing here is we're laying the skin on top just to have the right fit in first. And once you've done that, you want to measure the balance of the entire frame. If the numbers are off, you need to move things around and make sure you have the right fitting and then measure again. Very nice.
I Actually, let's pop it out just a little bit. Let's see if I can get this skin.
Oh yeah, you got to go underneath.
It's kind of like a jumble to get it all lined up.
Yeah. Perfect.
So now at this point, I think the best thing to do would be to check the levelness of the jigs. So
Okay.
make sure that we've got the wing twist set up right. We need to take a digital level and make sure that this surface is level to the same surface on top there.
Okay, so.
And that sets the washout on the wings.
Okay.
Basically is what it's called. So we've got a little digital level guy over here. Turn on. And basically gives us readouts in tenths of a degree.
Oh, cool.
So what we'll do is just kind of put it on top there, and we'll zero it. Which one's 0? Okay, so we got 0.00, and then it goes back to 0. So it doesn't matter that it's exactly level, as long as the two match. And then we'll pick this one here. And yeah, you see how we're off by 0.45. So that means we've got to shift things around just a little bit. A lot of times, simply just kind of get the tables lined up and centered again. Slip this back into the middle of the table, because it'll be rounded, you know, and if it's sitting at a different spot.
0.
Still 0 there. You want to get a close up? Yeah, 0.25, and then we'll hit 0. Oop, didn't work. There we go.
Okay.
Check that to this root.
Sweet.
Right back to 0.
Alright, all level.
Yep.
It's dusty. It's this. Now, before you go ahead and cover the entire wing with the skin, understand that some components still need to be added to the wings, aka the fuel tanks. Your fuel tanks you put together separately because there's some detailed work that has to happen here. With your fuel tanks, you need to have it sealed properly, and for this we use a solution called Chem Seal. And you see some parts of the process here. You dip the rivet in the solution before you pop them in. What solution is that?
That is a fuel tank epoxy.
Okay. So guys, now that we've attached the leading edge skin, and we'll do the top, but first we have to put in the main skin, which will cover this whole thing up. But the main skin that you see here now goes underneath this, and we'll nail them all down together. Alright, let's do it. And the next thing we'll do is pop the click hose in. After your click hose goes in, the next thing we'll do is drill the holes. Now the reason why you drill holes is because if the factory holes are too narrow, it's going to take you forever to get a rivet in. So this is why you drill the holes first, to make them wider.
And kind of clecoing those all together in place as well. And the idea is basically to get it all clecoed in place, right?
Dang, okay. Once we're done with drilling the holes, then we'll take the skin completely off. So click hose off, skin off, and then you blow out all the dust, all the mess you've made with the residue from drilling. So we want to make sure everything is clean, and then we apply the skin back onto the wing. We'll space them out with click hose again, and this time we can pop the rivets in permanently. It's a process, but you want to make sure you do it right the first time. But once you finish, you've basically completed the part that gives this airplane more performance. This about sums it up. This is how the wings for the TSi is put together. This wing is what makes you climb faster, it's It's what makes you cruise faster in altitude. And that's it for this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it and I hope you learned something. If you have any questions or suggestions, maybe something we missed in the video, make sure you leave in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you hit the thumbs up if you enjoyed the video, and also subscribe with notification bell on. Again, my name is Mike. Guys, a great way to support the channel is by becoming an MVP member on mojogrip.net/MVP. Thank you all so much for your support, and I will catch you on the next video.